Hi, so for those of you that don't know, I'm Jessie Bennett. This is for Intro to Listening, and this is Oral Presentation 2. So, everybody loves music. Everybody. Whether you're aware you love music or not, you love it. You love it in its most simple forms. Whether or not you're walking and trying to step on as many crunchy leaves as possible because you like the sound, or whether you're rolling down the windows an extra inch so you can hear the wind rushing past your ears, everybody loves music. As aspiring musicians, we lose the simple enjoyment of music sometimes to the complexity of learning it. Within that sheer complexity, we're practicing our scales, we're knowing the chords beneath the song, and sometimes whilst doing this, we lose that simple love of music until a song brings it back. Many songs reach us in this simple way, but there's one that sticks out to me personally. It's called Under the Willow by Stephen Foster. My best friend in high school, his name was Kirill Loganov. He was a beautiful person. He was a huge positive influence in my decision to pursue music. I didn't think I was going to go for it, and he would tell me every day, he'd say, Jessie, don't listen to anybody else. If you want to go to school for music, you go to school for music. You need to do what you want with your life. And I said, okay. I submitted my application, I got into Capitol, and I think that he was a huge contributor to that. He was a great person to have in my life. Told me to follow my dreams every day. He passed away a little bit over a year ago, and the funeral is a day that I am never going to forget. We're all crowded in this room, and the funeral service is almost entirely in Russian. Somebody reeks of liquor, and we're not sure who it was that couldn't even show up sober. It was a whole mess. Everybody's crying. There's tons of speaking in Russian. Nobody's really sure what's going on. It's just a confusing day until this song comes on in the background. There's a little bit of a piano intro, and then it cuts to a cappella, and there's all these just ethereal female voices singing. And it's a song about loss. It's called Under the Willow by Stephen Foster. And a little bit of the lyrics. It's under the willow she's laid with care, sang a lone mother while weeping. Under the willow with golden hair, my little one's quietly sleeping. And it was too real at the time to hear this song going on and to see a mother with golden hair weeping over her child in the moment. It was hard to believe he was really gone, but the song made it real. It made it a real moment where everybody was mourning and loving him together. Because of this day, I pursued music. I went through with the application, I ended up coming to Capitol, and I owe this all to this song playing at this moment. So I get to college, and I'm super excited for women's chorus. I haven't been in an all-women's choir in a really long time, and I love music composed for female voices. So I get in there at the second rehearsal. I'm excited to sing my part and do my part for this choir. And she says, okay, we're going to sight read an a cappella piece. I haven't done it in a while, but you guys sound lovely, so let's try it out. So she hands us out this music, and I look down at the cover, and it says, Under the Willow by Stephen Foster. This is incredibly hard. I haven't heard this song in a year, and the last time I heard it was at my best friend's funeral. So I pick it up, and I try to sight read it, and I can't do it. I couldn't do it. I had to pretend to go to the restroom. So I step out for a minute, come back when we're done reading it, and did this for the first few weeks of choir. Barely got any rehearsals in. And so we get to the homecoming concert. So we get up on stage, and this is one of the first times I've sang it, but I already know the words. So I'm singing it out into Mays Hall, and I just had this moment of musical simplicity. And that's the thing about pieces that change us. It's out of their simplicity. So a little bit of background on the piece. It's a cappella, and the lack of piano, I think, makes the words and the message more clear to the listener, and I think this was definitely Stephen Foster's intent. It's full of vocal flourishes, and it gives it an ethereal kind of sound. And the sopranos are in a very high register, and I see this as a way to represent femininity and sort of serve as a metaphor for the mother. So into the last verse, the key changes, and within this key change, it kind of shows that wounds heal over time, because the key changes into a more positive part of the song. So overall, this piece just invoked a feeling of simplicity and wonder. It's something that musicians, as technical in nature as we can be, we very seldom feel this. To me, this piece is simply a friend that I missed. It's not a key change, or it's not about writing parts. It's just about this friend that I missed. And when you're singing something like that out into Mays Auditorium, into the echoing walls, and into the listening ears of an audience, you feel musical simplicity, and that's what this song is to me. And I think that's a really important thing to a musician, to not only experience music in its technical sense, but to sit down and really feel music in its most simple form. It's crunching on leaves and rolling down your window and listening to a song that makes you miss a friend. Thank you.